So as we hop into the numerical findings of me doing this little Euporics sleep aid experiment here, I guess first I'll start off with the cornerstone of my channel, and that is how many lucid dreams that I have while taking it. So for the 8 nights prior to me taking it, I had 1, and then the 8 nights that I was taking it, I ended up having 3, which is definitely a pretty solid hit rate. But then again, if I'm really focusing on prioritizing good sleep and paying attention to my dreams, having 3 lucid dreams within a week or so, is definitely not very far out of the ordinary for me. The next up will cover how easy it was I felt for me to fall asleep, the quality of sleep I was getting, how I felt waking up, what it felt like the general recall was of dreams overall, and then the length, stability, and clarity of those dreams. So for falling asleep, when I was taking it, it came out to a slightly below average, and then also for the 8 nights prior to me taking it was also slightly below average, and I grade everything on like a 1 to 3 scale. But I think that had a lot to do with, this is right when I was getting really back into video games in a very big way. So before I was going to sleep every night, I was, once the kids and my wife and everyone went to sleep, I'd be playing a whole bunch of video games, which is definitely not ideal for trying to fall asleep directly afterwards. For the quality of sleep, now this was a pretty interesting finding. So the 8 nights prior to it, I definitely had a below average score of how it felt for me to fall asleep each night. I mean, the quality of sleep I was getting each night. But then when I was taking it, the average came out to a 2.63, so pretty close to, definitely way better general felt sense of sleep quality than when I wasn't taking it, so that was a cool finding. Also, how I felt waking up. So for me, when I was waking up the 8 nights prior, it came out to an even 2, but then the 8 nights that I was taking it came out to a 2.5, so another pretty significant jump there. And then dream recall was pretty much right around a 2 and an average, where the 8 nights prior, I felt like my dream recall came out to an even 2. And then for the dream recall when I was taking it, though, came out slightly below that. But I think that also had something to do with I was recording a lot more dreams when I was taking this. So I think, me just trying to commit all that shit to memory, because I don't like to dream journal in the middle of the night, and then waking up trying to journal it in the morning, just was too much for me to try and hold in my head. So it kind of made dream recall probably take a bit of a hit there. Then when it comes to dream length, and now these really are pretty average for me just throughout the history of my dream journaling as I've been doing it, really. And dream journaling is something that I didn't keep track of until like the last maybe 8, 9, 10 months of my practice. But really, length, stability, and clarity really do average out to about a 2, just generally speaking. But so the length on these did seem a bit higher. It averaged out to a 2.25. Stability, which generally is pretty much always just a 2 there, averaged out to, again, a 2.25, because there was a few nights I was taking this where, my dreams really were cracking. And then clarity came out to an even 2, straight up right there. So those are some of the general findings there, and then I'll kind of wrap it up with what are my closing thoughts on it next.